Welcome back to Healing at Home. In this video we'll look at bagging, ozone bagging, how you can treat externally wounds by putting a bag and fill that bag with ozone. Now, it's a very powerful treatment to disinfect an area, to increase the oxygen uptake in and around the wound, to kill off all the bacteria in the wound, and to expedite the healing process. Bagging has been used for fungus between your toes, for gangrene, diabetic gangrene, if you have open legs, open wounds. It has been used for inflammation, infections on the skin. It's used in many different forms and it's completely safe. You've seen from the previous video our destruct unit, and I'll show you that in a moment. And that's what you would do. You have two inlets and two outlets. One inlet and one outlet, two connectors. And that's where you connect at the bottom one, or wherever you want the highest concentration. Let's say you have a wound on your hand or right at the bottom of your feet. That's where you have the connector where it goes in. And then the other end, where there is no big injury, that's where you go out into the destruct unit. And as soon as you do, you have no odors, you don't have any ozone in the room, you don't have to breathe it in, but you can treat very concentrated your particular area. And if you put the insert, the inlet point, either of those two inlet points, if you put them directly over the wound, that's where you have the greatest effect. So it's totally safe, can be applied 3 to 9 times per week, and it is very effective. So wash disinfected body part with ozone water. I will show you how to make ozone water with a bubble stone. And you can put that very easily directly on. So you wash it either or you spray onto it to disinfect the area. Connect the MnO2 destruct cartridge to the outlet, the destructor, so that you convert it back into oxygen. Then connect the O3 generator to the inlet of the bag. Insert arm or leg, whatever it is, and seal with either a rubber or a tape. You can put tape around just to keep that area completely sealed. And then start the O3 generator to fill the bag on 42 milligram per liter ozone. If you make it too slow, higher concentration, but it takes a long time to fill the bag with ozone, you can do that as well. You can go up in concentration, and really where the inlet is, you use directly on that area where you have an infection, where you have a wound, you blow directly that high concentration of ozone on, and then close the outlet until the bag is slightly inflated. Very important, if you just let it go through straight away, you don't have that concentration. So let the bag inflate and then open up the inlet, the outlet, so that the excess can go. Treat for 20 to 30 minutes. This treatment is best combined with rectal ozone to intensify the effects. Now, a lot of practitioners have said when they combine bagging and ozone, bagging and minor autohemotherapy, the effects are greatly increased. It's just internally boosting your immune system, creating that bone marrow red blood cell, the new power red blood cell, mobilizing the immune system, and then disinfecting and oxygenating the area from the outside. That is double the speed and double the effect. And that's why it's very, very wise to combine those two. And now let's just go over and I'll show you how to do it and how to set it all up. So now let's look at how to use the ozone generator with the body bags, how to actually get ozone directly onto infected places that you would like to heal a lot faster. Number one is you have an inlet and an outlet directly connected. You can use the excess. You have a very, very long hose here that you have in the box. So you just cut off the excess and use that for inlet and outlet, and connect the outlet to your ozone destruct unit. Now this is very important because this way no ozone can escape. And I just lay that down here. The inlet is connected directly to the ozone generator. You set the flow rate to probably 1/8. 1/8 is 71, so it's a high concentration of ozone that goes into the bag. And then you use either rubber or tape or whatever you have at home. You slide that up your arm, And now you go inside the bag, close that up, and put that rubber over the top. See, like this. Maybe you have someone that can help you to do that. So it's nicely sealed. And now I would just pull the string here, tighten that, and that's it. Now don't do it too hard because otherwise you stop the blood circulation, which you don't want. So just gentle or with the tape so that just no ozone can escape up here. Now what I recommend you to do is put your finger at the outlet of the outflow, because that's what you have then. You fill up the bag first with ozone to really get that high concentration onto your whole arm, leg, whatever you use. Now you turn on the ozone generator. Let's find the button. See, now ozone is produced, and I open up the bottle to start with the process of turning oxygen into ozone. And that comes directly through this line into here. And if I use it exactly where my infected area is, that helps. You can turn that around and you can bring in the fresh ozone directly onto your hands or between your toes and let the outlet go the other way. So it doesn't matter. You want the highest concentration of ozone to go directly where your infected wounds are, and that's easy to manage or to control. Now, as you have your hand in here, you will feel when you hold your finger at the outlet that it slowly fills up and inflates the bag. And that's perfect because then you have a high concentration and a saturation of the wound and the skin with pure O3, which turns, as soon as it touches your skin, into O2, oxygen, and is taken up into the bloodstream. Now, a lot of patients say that if you combine the bagging with rectal insufflations, you have double the effect. And that's true because on one side with the insufflations, you stimulate your liver, you stimulate the bone marrow to produce those super red blood cells, plus you activate your white blood cells to work a lot better. And then you come outside to kill off bacteria, fungi, and mold, which is, let's say, on an open leg from diabetes. And all of a sudden, the healing process is massively expedited. Every European clinic would use it for wound healing, and it's a very common and standard approach. Now, once you're done, let's say you had half an hour treatment in here, and it's all nicely cooling off. You have a reduction of inflammation and you know all the things. Then you would turn off the ozone generator. You turn off your bottle so that it's closed. And now you want to get rid of the excess ozone that is in here, which means you want to bring it all through the destruct unit. And that's very simple. You just slowly pump out the air, and it's a bit of a resistance. This destruct unit has a little bit of resistance, and you just slowly let the air escape through the destruct unit, and once it's all gone, you can smell like nothing but oxygen coming out, which is really, really nice. Then you can take out your arm. Again, if you want to just take it out, if you're finished and don't want to blow it all first through the destruct unit, simply take everything as it is, disconnect this hose, and now just walk outside fresh air, open up the valve, and take out the bag in fresh air outside, and it turns instantly back into oxygen, and no need to breathe it in. Again, that's the only danger you may face, is that you breathe it in. And if you want to avoid that, then always either use the destruct unit or use an open window or your balcony outside to get rid of the ozone. Then open up, pull out your hand, and that's it. That was the whole treatment, and now it's completely oxygenated. And if I had any sores, if I had any eczema, infections, psoriasis, whatever it is, that's how it starts to heal up. All right? Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can go through the playlist and watch the next video on how to use it for ear infections, or go to trulyheal.com, subscribe to Healing at Home to learn all different treatments that we've discovered, like hypothermia and PMF and many others that help you to boost your immune system, to support your health while reducing the causes of disease. See you then.